Hey everyone, in this video we're going to talk about 5 habits that you can implement into your life to ensure that 2025 is your best year yet. I can assure you that if you implement these 5 habits, you will have a year that is wonderful, enjoyable, and better than any other year that you've had. The first habit we're going to look at in this video is looking at your year in chunks of time. Now this is great because rather than looking at the year from a 12-month standpoint, we're actually going to look at it in terms of quarters, 3 months, or 90 days, however you want to look at it. This is proven to be a very useful strategy because it creates a sense of urgency and helps you to avoid burnout. So if you're committing to something for an entire year, it can be quite challenging. You may get distracted, you may lose interest, lots of things can happen. But if instead you break your year into chunks, 3-month chunks, and you set goals for those 3 months, you can stay focused on these bits and pieces of your life and then reassess when those 3 months are over. This lovely idea of looking at the year in chunks of time actually came out in the book, The 12-Week Year, and it's all about breaking your year into manageable chunks. 1 year is a very long time to be persistent at something, and there's nothing wrong with doing that, but it's ideal if the things that you're focused on are broken down into smaller, more manageable chunks of time. So an actionable step that you can do to help implement this habit is to break your year, this upcoming year, into chunks and determine what is it that you want to do for the first 3 months of the year. Write it down and then come up with a plan of how you're going to assess how the progress is going. You're going to need to find a time every single week to check in with yourself and determine how it's going. Important questions that you can ask yourself are, how am I going to achieve this goal? And what is one step that I could take this week? Or what is one step or one action that I can take today that will help me get closer to achieving that goal? I love this concept of the 12-week year because it really is very manageable and you can have some fun with it. So if you have a major goal that actually can't be accomplished in 12 weeks, you can break it up into chunks so that you're accomplishing the first part of this goal in that 12-week span. And then after those 12 weeks, you reassess what are the next steps that you need to do to take it further, and then you can apply whatever it is that you need to do to that second part of the year. Okay, so now that you've changed your perspective and you're no longer going to look at your year in terms of 12 months, but rather in 3-month periods, the next thing that you can do is to begin writing down your intentions and checking in on them periodically. This habit is crucial and matches very well with the first habit that we just talked about. You may be familiar with the artist James Clear. He wrote the book Atomic Habits, and there are a bunch of other books on habits. And one concept that comes up is called the implementation intention. An implementation intention is simply making a plan for when and where you're going to do something. So if you have a certain goal, or if you're coming up with the things that you want to accomplish in the first 3 months of this year, write them down and determine when you're going to do it, where you're going to do it, and how you're going to do it. The beauty of this implementation intention is that you're getting very specific about how you're going to do it, and research shows that it actually doubles your chances of accomplishing that. So if you're now looking at your year in terms of 12-week time frames and you're writing down when and where you're going to take the steps that are necessary to help you achieve that goal, it is much more likely that you're going to do what you want to do. You may be familiar with the concept of SMART goals, which stands for specific, measurable, achievable, it's relevant, and considers time. As you're writing down this goal, as you're writing down your implementation intention, don't just write something random. Be very specific and intentional about how this goal of yours can be measured and achieved, and that will help you to better assess if you're on the right track to achieving what you want to achieve. Remember, we're only focusing on 12 weeks here. It's very manageable and it's a smaller chunk of time, so you have that urgency, and so you need to be specific about what steps you can actually take today, this week, to achieve what you want in your first 12 weeks. Before I share the remaining 3 habits to help make your 2025 your best year yet, please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel so that I can continue to make videos like this to help you lead a life with purpose. So now that we've shifted our perspective, we're only focusing on the first 12 weeks of the year, and now that we're getting specific and intentional about what steps we can take to achieve our goals, the next habit that we're going to focus on is trying or learning something new. Now this will be in conjunction with whatever you already want to achieve. Learning is so incredibly important. I am a teacher, I'm a lifelong learner, and it is something that everyone should practice, and it is a skill that you should maintain and develop for the entire course of your life. This is guaranteed to make your year better, because when you're learning, when you're trying something new, when you're developing a new skill, you're alive and you're challenging yourself and you're stepping outside of your comfort zone and you're becoming a different person as a result. You're rewiring your brain. I challenge you to think of something that maybe you're scared of. Think of something that has been on your mind for the last couple of years or so, but you keep making an excuse as to why you can't do it. Or what's that one thing you say, oh, I'll do that next month, or I'll do that next year. Think about what that thing is and just tell yourself that you're going to do it, and then use the strategies that I just provided so you can determine one new thing that you want to do that you've never tried before. Maybe it's cooking, maybe it's trying out a new form of exercise like calisthenics, whatever it may be. You can add that to your focus for the first 12 weeks of the year. Write down specific steps that will help you achieve that goal, whether it's buying new equipment, finding a trainer, whatever it is. Write down those SMART specific goals, and then you can get right into it. So as you can see, the ball starts to get rolling. You're shifting your perspective, you're getting very specific, and you're challenging yourself to do something new. Combining all of these things, at least in my own life, has resulted in me feeling very alive and is very inspiring and rejuvenates me and continues to inspire me to do even more things with my life. I was very intentional about including this habit in this video because it's something that is very near to my heart, and I recognize the power of learning and how much it shapes you as a person. When you are challenging yourself, when you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, you're growing and you're developing confidence. As you persist with these things and as you learn new skills and you become more capable and you feel better about yourself and develop confidence, then that in turn shapes your identity as to someone who can do these things, that is someone who can learn and who is willing to step outside of their comfort zone. And I promise you, take it from me, that this is an incredible thing to feel, and it is something that you should incorporate into your life. Moving right along, the fourth habit that you should incorporate into your life to make 2025 an excellent year is get better at saying no. I actually already made a video on how to do this. This is an incredibly important skill, and what better way to match all of the energy that you're going to put into this year than getting better at saying no. Why is this important? Well, it's important because it helps protect your time and energy. Now, this is something that I love spending time thinking about. If you think about money, wherever you're spending your money can be viewed as what you're investing in. Maybe you're investing in clothes, maybe you're investing in stocks, maybe you're investing in travel. Whatever it is, your money indicates where you're investing the money that you've earned. The things that you're saying yes to also indicate what you're investing your time and energy into. Okay, so take a step back. As you're already in this reflective state, as you've already watched this video, you're thinking about how you want 2025 to be. Where are you spending your time and energy? Is it exactly where you want to spend it? Is it helping you to achieve your goals? Is it just simply a distraction? Whatever the case may be, think about where it is you want to spend your time and energy, and then everything else you just need to say no to. Now, it seems kind of dramatic and even extreme to a bit, but that's how specific and protective you need to be with your time and your energy. If it's not helping you achieve your goals, feel free to say no. Now, obviously, this comes with balance. You're gonna need to take breaks and to take rest and to be able to attend to your relationships and other projects. But by developing the skill of saying no, you give yourself time and energy to do what it is that you want to do. And that's an incredible feeling. Saying yes all the time can quickly burn you out and lead you to feeling a little bit resentful towards others, or just a little bit down about the fact that you're not prioritizing yourself. So the actionable step that I can encourage you to do for this habit in your life is to just reflect. Where are you putting your time and energy, and does that align with your priorities? The fifth and final habit that will help ensure that this year is your absolute best year yet is to journal and reflect often. I am a big believer that we do not learn from experiences, we learn because of reflecting on experiences. And so by incorporating this habit into your life, you now set yourself up with the best chance to learn from all of the experiences that you're going to have in this year. As you're looking at your year in 12-week chunks, and as you're trying to accomplish these goals, it's not going to go the way you expect. It's going to present challenges for yourself. Things are going to come up that you didn't expect. But the only way that you can ensure that you keep moving forward and that you learn is by reflecting and journaling. I've been journaling for nearly 13 years now, and it's an incredible way to just get my thoughts onto paper and to truly think about where my life is going, where my life is at, and where I can improve in my life. You may not realize it, but by getting into the habit of reflecting and journaling, you improve the skill of being self-aware and making decisions. As you move about your life, you will begin to get better at making decisions that help align your priorities and your values and the decisions that you're making. By saying no to things, you're bringing yourself back to the time and energy that you deserve. By looking at your year in 12-week chunks, you're breaking it down into manageable parts so that you're giving yourself the best chance of moving forward and accomplishing what you want. And by reflecting, you're thinking about all of those experiences that you're having and moving forward in a smarter way. This tends to have a ripple effect, a snowball effect, and it only gets better and better and better. These are all skills that you want to develop, and I can guarantee you that if you work on them bit by bit, year to year, then they become a natural part of who you are, and your life will flourish as a result. To conclude, all 5 of the habits that I just listed out are very easy and manageable to do. The only thing that you have to worry about is consistency. Consistency is king, and it is so important to all of the things that I do in my life. If you are consistent, if you are disciplined, you can achieve literally anything you want. It's just a matter of making the decision to do it and stick to it. As always, I hope there was at least one thing that you found valuable in this video. If so, please like this video, share this video with a friend who could see it as valuable as well, and subscribe to my channel. Feel free to comment below and let me know what are your thoughts and ideas about how you can make 2025 your best year yet. Regardless of how you feel about resolutions or the new year, or as if it's just another day in the calendar, 2025 presents an opportunity to improve your life. It presents an opportunity for you to assess the direction that your life is headed in and make the necessary changes. We only have one life, and it's up to us to be responsible for it and to do with it what we please. I highly encourage you to challenge yourselves, to learn something new, to focus on your year in chunks of time, to reflect, and to really make it the best year that you can. I'll see you guys next time.